The Living History Project is a collection of oral histories. Oral histories are interviews that tell a person's life story. The goal is to try to bring history to life. History is fascinating, and I always say that Hollywood cannot produce a script that's anywhere nearly as close as the blood, sweat, tears, sex and scandal and war of history. And history is sort of a punctuated equilibrium thing, and that is whenever there's a major event, that's the part of history that's preserved. Then for years or decades we might not know anything, then something else. Oral histories provide the words, nuances, emotions of everyday people. For example, if you look at the westward expansion and the great move across the country in an earlier day and age, many, many women were a part of this. But yet we know virtually nothing about the day-to-day experiences of women who went west because most were illiterate. Most didn't leave a written trail. No publisher would preserve it. Newspapers didn't. If we had had the opportunity to sit down and write down the experiences, imagine how difficult it was. So oral histories allow us to tape interesting, important people, but everyday people, just to get a sense of their struggles. And I'm sure all of us can find something to relate to in that. And these are the types of history that tend to fall through the cracks. We've got to get in there and dust that out a little bit and unearth those as well. All of our oral histories have a South Florida angle. We're telling the story of people here in South Florida. Everybody's in South Florida, from South Florida, and that's what we're going to continue to do over the next several years.
I think a project like this helps us discover who we are. You know, who are these people that are here? You know, what have they done? Well, not just in South Florida, but across the country and around the world. What is the collection of beings that make up South Florida? What do we look like?
Not only are we preserving living history, but we're providing a heck of a resource for the community, area schools, folks in the community, and we'll make these free of charge, available to the public, and it's a great way to get students involved.
I think as a member of Lynn University, I'm always excited to see our faculty or our students doing a project like this, a very academic project where they're talking to people about their experiences, where they're building a base of knowledge. We talk, we think, we study, and a project like this is really just sort of a natural fit for a college campus, and frankly, I don't know where else conversations like this happen.
It gives the students a way of capturing this. It gives them a first-hand taste of history. They get to sit across from somebody who is interesting or has a story to tell.
Conversations like this have to happen on college campuses. Projects like this, you know, I think on a small scale sometimes happen other places. You know, people feel inspired to do things, and certainly individuals can do a lot. But it's something about a university, something about a college campus. It's sort of like bottled enthusiasm. So it's not surprising to me that something like this is happening here, and I'm glad it's happening.